So we're here at Hereford Racecourse for the Richard Layton Charity Day, which is a wonderful initiative, especially for those in the rural communities, all about looking after the mental health, especially in the farming and rural communities. Obviously it's something that's touched the industry that I work in over many years, but especially it's been highlighted in the last 4 months where unfortunately we've lost 2 jockeys as well. So it's something that is really important, really close to everybody involved in the sport, and it's great that we can all come together and try and support each other.
As ever, the Racing Together community category was the most populated category at Showcase. It's always hotly contested, and this race day was last year's winner. Farming is an integral part of life here in Herefordshire, and the racecourse recognised that, placing themselves at the heart of that community. Working with Richard Layton's family in the aftermath of a tragic circumstance, they've brought together different communities to come together and celebrate and cherish his legacy. Importantly, we're here today to raise awareness of mental health and celebrate and promote ways and practices that everyone here can benefit from and improve their own mental health.
So we were absolutely delighted to win the Showcase Award. When we sat there with all the other nominees, it was quite an emotional evening anyway. So for our names to be called out was very exciting and meant a lot to our fairly small team, but it actually just gave us so much more drive to put into this race day. We've got 350 people on our hospitality lawn today in a purpose-built marquee, which is something way beyond we've actually done for any race day. So yeah, just seeing that come to fruition has been amazing.
The judges were really impressed with the execution of this race day last year. In 2025, it raised over £48,000 for the 3 charities involved, and here's hoping it can build on that momentum this year.
Racing Together is so proud to partner with the RCA on the Showcase Community Award. The charities involved in today's event want to do something about poor mental health in farming and beyond, and they're here to raise awareness.
So we're delighted to welcome back the Richard Layton Charity Race Day to Hereford after its inaugural success in November 2024. We've waited 18 months to come back with something bigger and better and ultimately raise more money for the charities.
In 2023, 7 farmers in Herefordshire took their own life, including Richard Layton, who inspired this race day.
We have a 4th charity this year, which is Herefordshire Mind. So as well as We Are Farming Minds, the Injured Jockeys Fund and the Midlands Air Ambulance, the idea is for today to raise as much money for those charities as possible, but also raise awareness of mental health within the farming community and how racing can support that by the likes of today. So since that first day in November 24, not only have we been looking ahead to this day, we've actually partnered with We Are Farming Minds, who we're a local, quite small charity in the start, but now have sort of national status, which is really exciting for us because we've been able to work with them over the last 18 months. And we've now partnered with them for this year to provide not only fundraising opportunities, but also spaces for them to host volunteer evenings, mental health awareness workshops, and really keep that link going between us both. It's also one of the most sparsely populated counties in the UK, so that's why we just feel it's really important to, use the racecourse as a focus for somewhere that people could gather. Tackling loneliness as well is a big thing for us. So we just want to be a real focus point for people to spend some time outside of farming, but somewhere that they can still come and enjoy. On the back of that, the really important link for us as well is with the young farmers. So by offering a £10 ticket to every race day, not just our feature days, they can book those in advance or just turn up on the gate with their young farmers card. We think that's a really important initiative to keep the whole cycle going.
We're really honoured to be a part of today for the Richard Layton Charity Race Day. Richard was a huge part of the Herefordshire farming community, and part of We Are Farming Minds is aimed to break the stigma and support people and our farmers with poor mental health. So at least 1 farmer a week takes their life in the UK. So it's really important on days like today to get out there with other businesses to raise awareness of not only just We Are Farming Minds, but any other organisations that offer support for mental health.
My cousin Sue and I started this 18 months ago. I lost my husband to suicide, and she'd lost her brother 27 years before that to suicide. Really important to us. But my husband was very special. He was a really interesting character. He was really life and soul of the party for everybody, and he wanted to make sure everybody else was okay. And he didn't mind talking about the fact that he wasn't well, and and we just felt that we had to continue that. The conversations around suicide are so muted, and especially in the countryside and farmers, they don't want to talk about it, they're not ill. And it was, for us, it was so important that we actually did do something. So we just thought, and Sue's very much into her racing, so we just kind of came together with why don't we do something, and racing was the thing we did. It just grew from strength to strength. We did it the first year and it was really, really good, and then we've done it again and it's more than doubled in size, so we are blown away by people's generosity, to be honest with you, and we hope it makes a difference.
Farming Minds in particular, we've had a lot of experience with as a family. They do lots of things in the county, like social groups for retired farmers. They do men's and women's socials in the evenings. They put on all sorts of events, but for us they also helped us in terms of when our dad was poorly. There's a lot of paperwork and things behind the scenes, and it's hard because we don't know what's going on and we don't know what to do, but they go far beyond just those social events that they put on, and they do much more behind the scenes.
To find out that actually it was worthy of an award was amazing, because we just set out as a bunch of people just trying to bring some people together, you know, in memory of a very lovely man.